Well, hard to believe that this is, there's still about 6 more weeks of winter left according to the calendar here. Most of the snow has gone around here. It's about +4 or about, I don't know, 38, nearly 40 Fahrenheit. The only two pagan rodents that I trust in the winter predictions are at odds with each other. Wart and Willie, the Canadian one, says it's going to be an early spring. And Puxatawny Phil is saying it's going to be normal another 6 weeks. So I don't know who to believe here, but I'm going to say the weather is looking a lot like it's coming a little bit springy. So anyways, the dogs are happy. Right, Sam? Anyways, I'm going to go and do some work in the shop. I decided that what I'm going to do is turn the camera around here. I'm going to just set one simple task for myself, and that's going to be to get this back glass in. Kind of forgot myself when I was putting the front windshield in. I did that so many months ago. I forgot that I was using a lot of dish soap to get that in. So I'm going to do the same again here, and we'll see how that goes. I'm finding that this winter has been especially hard on my fluorescent lighting in here. I lost this one will only light on one tube, and that one will only light on one tube. But I took the tubes out of that one and just decided it was going to flicker away. So it's annoying. Yeah, I lost one over there, but I think that's just the bulb. And I had to replace this fixture because it completely died. And these fixtures are so cheap, but it's actually cheaper to buy a new fixture than it is to buy new valves for them. So I think these cost me 15 bucks a piece, and these are winter fixtures. And getting a new ballast for them is 30 bucks. So buy more. The old consume society going here. Anyways, I don't think that's that interesting. I'm gonna get to work here. Let's play Spot the Cat. No cat here. No cat here. Yeah. Comfy? Okay, so the back glass is in, and I gotta thank the guys who are saying to use soap or any kind of lubricant, because boy, it went in so easy after that. It was ridiculous. Just so you guys know what I did, I went and I soaped the edge of the window before I put it into this, and then it slid into the actual seal really easily. Then I went in the crack that goes over the pinch weld. I went and I opened that up and I soaped in there. Then I soaped the pinch weld, and then I set the rope in, and then I soaped again in the you know, gap between the rubber that goes over the pinch weld. And at that point, it went on very, very easily. Then, you know, like the whole issue that I was having last time was the glass was sitting up high in the you know, rubber gasket here, and it wouldn't slide down. And with the you know, lube along the edge here, it slid right down, and the whole thing could tuck in, you know, all nice and pretty, and everything went good at that point. Now I will say one thing that somebody might want to think about doing is, you can see right here, it's a little bit nicked up, the rubber gasket, as I was pulling it over the pinch weld, and that's because the pinch weld had some sharp corners where spot welds had been too close to the edge of the pinch weld, and of course you know, like there was a sharp edge and it nicked the edge of the gasket there. So probably be a good idea before you do any painting, or at least before you put the gasket on, to just knock those down a bit with a file. Now that I know to do it, I will do it next time, but didn't think to do it this time. Anyways, I'm not sure what I'm doing next, so big surprise. I might just, actually what I might do is I might just take that thing down and fix it, because it's in my head right now. One thing I'll say about these descant based air dryers, you do need this post filter on them. you can actually see some of the particles in it. I think some of that is rust that's actually inside the unit, and I'm thinking maybe I should need another one. That might explain some small spotting that I saw on the right front quarter of the truck that I had no explanation for. Anyways, onward. Oh, just a little note that for anybody who's wondering why I haven't put the column back together yet, there's a reason for it. I want to wait until I get the tranny linkage hooked up, right there, because I'm switching from a, well, probably what was in this truck originally was a TH400 to an overdrive transmission, which means one more detent. Now, the detents aren't in the column, but there's little lands that control how far you can move the shifter, and I just want to make sure that that's not going to make any difference there. And if you don't know what I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I could show you on another column that's upstairs, but if it comes up, I'll mention it. If it doesn't come up, well, then it doesn't matter. Okay, so I decided to do this air dryer up here, and I just wanted to look at this joint, and you can actually see it's actually a pretty poor quality joint. Like, it's almost like it didn't get welded there, or they just welded it, you know, like the gap between the fitting. Because this is just a cheap piece of what is that, 2-inch pipe probably, maybe 2.5, with a cap, you know, and a adapter and just a valve on the bottom, and just two couplers welded onto it. So if you ever wanted to make one, you could make one of these easily enough in the desiccant. Well, I think I mentioned one person asked where I got it from. This came from Princess Auto. You can get the desiccant there. It's about 40 bucks for a container of it, and I'm not even sure if that's enough to fill this thing up. But regardless, you can. I've heard of some kitty litter that you can get that looks like plastic beads. Basically, it's a desiccant as well, and probably wouldn't hurt to look for that. That might be a lot cheaper. You just have to watch that it doesn't plug this up. You know, either you make sure that the fill level is well below that. Anyways, so I'm going to go and grab good old Mr. Tig here, and I'm going to fix that up. And I'll take this off first so I can get in there better with the wire wheel, but regardless, then I'll replace that, which is probably about ready to blow out. This is just so badly rusted, it's ridiculous. So anyways, see, it's a quality brand. ISO 9001. Later. Okay, we'll have a quick look at this thing internally. There's a little more to it inside than I thought. You can see that there's a baffle that's just past this thing here. This, you know, the outlet fitting. So that's obviously to keep the particles of desiccant, which are actually about that size, probably about the size of, I don't know what you'd say, dime, nickel, something like that, and to keep it from getting too far past it. This end might not look that great, but boy, it's way better than the other end. Here's the fitting for the draining the water out of it. It's pretty badly corroded. And here's what it looks like on the other end. I think it needed new desiccant quite a long time ago. This stuff is completely deteriorated. So that might be one nugget left there at the bottom. That's it. So I'm going to have to clean this out. Not much I can do with it other than just dump it in a bin. I don't think it's, yeah, it's pretty loose. It's basically like gravel, but it's all, you know, or sand, but it's all rust, I think, is a lot of it. So I'll see what I can do to get this out of here. Okay, so I took that baffle piece out of there, so you got a clear shot to the bottom. I knocked it out to the bottom. It's just held in there with friction. And I was thinking about it, and I think I got it wrong. I don't think it was meant to be up there. It must have just ended up there in shipping, and I just left it there when I put the thing together, however many years ago it was gotten. I think it's meant to sit at the bottom. It's meant to keep the pellets from dropping out that vent at the bottom. So, because it looks like it's about the right height to keep it off of there. So, and I think it was always meant to be filled from the top. So, that's something. Pretty simple steel construction. This is what the desiccant looked like. The stuff at the bottom looked the worst. Up higher, that's what the pellets kind of look like, although they're not supposed to be yellow like that. But they're basically, you know, pellets about that big. So, anyways, it looks like bread now. Okay, so I'm not having any good luck with this thing here. I've been trying to weld that up, and it's just not working. I made a hash of it. Now it looks horrendous, and now there's even voids in it. But before and all along, I've been having problems with the weld cracking, and I don't know if anybody knows why the weld would crack. If you have any suggestions, give me a, leave a comment, because I'm not sure why. You know, like I assume it's because there are two dissimilar metals here that, or it's just crappy, whatever this is made out of, and getting contamination in the weld. You know, like I am using proper welding rods, but it's just not working for me here. So if you have any idea why that might be happening, I'd appreciate hearing about it. I think I'm going to have to, grind this all out and redo it. I'm thinking about cutting that fitting right off, grinding it all back flush, and then trying it right from the start to weld it up again, and we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, hey, if you've got an idea, I'd appreciate hearing it. Apart from that, I think I'm done for the night. Truck is no different. I've been messing around with this for the last, I don't know, hour or so. So, anyways, see you guys later.